Now I'm sure any of you fabricators out there who spend any amount of time in your shop building stuff know what a hassle it is to need a certain size fastener and have to stop the project, hop in your car and run to the hardware store. Now if you sit down and do a little bit of digging, chances are you can find a place that carries hardware in bulk or will sell to you by the pound. You definitely don't want to be going to the local hardware store and paying individually for a bin full of these at 50 cents or 20 cents or 30 cents a piece. Maybe you already buy in bulk, or maybe you keep old nuts and bolts. Either way, how do you efficiently store your hardware? Now, being the kind of guy who can appreciate a quality tool, I tend to steer clear of Harbor Freight, except for a few hidden gems. These storage bins being one of those gems. You can buy a pack of 20 of these for less than $10. A little trick I like to use is I'll get a 20% off coupon, as I'm sure everybody here is familiar with, and I load up all 3 of my kids in the car and we go to Harbor Freight, and each one of them uses a 20% off coupon. We made 4 separate transactions. The cashiers love us. But I get 20% off every single one of the boxes that I buy. And these are well worth the price you pay. Instead of marking up these bins with a Sharpie or a paint pen, I'll go to the local Walmart or Staples or whatever and buy these Avery all-purpose labels, and they fit perfectly inside of this slot right here. It allows you to change without having to scrape off or scratch off any markings. You can easily put another label over top of this one. If you come across a size that maybe you don't use frequently, you decide to stop carrying it or stop inventorying it, you just put a new label over top of the old one. Okay, screws, nails, and other small fasteners. These are Sterilites. What they are is they're a CD case holder that you can find at Walmart, Target, any store really that carries Tupperware or storage bins. I can buy these bins in my local store for $1, and they are well worth every penny. I've built these shelves to accept these, as well as a typical shoebox style bin. Now the nice thing about these is they're not the type of plastic that you can push on it and it cracks and splits. They're flexible, which is really, really nice. And some of these, I've got them full with a couple pounds of screws. But they're perfect. They keep all the dirt and the dust out of my box of screws or my box of nails. And they're easy to grab and go set on the work table or throw in the back of the truck and take to the job site. So like I mentioned, my local ag supply store that sells everything, nuts, bolts, fasteners, screws, nails, everything by the pound. If I'm going to go in there, I'm not going to buy a handful. I'm going to buy the full pound or a couple of pounds and keep it in stock. Yeah, I've got the same thing here in this storage bin. Standard size shoe boxes, glue guns, safety glasses, stir sticks, sanding discs. Just keep it all standardized, and any of these boxes can easily be pulled down and thrown in the car and taken to a job site. I've built this shelf here to accept just the standard size, which I'm using throughout the shop, shoebox. This one's got dust masks in it, this one's got gloves in it, this one's got my staples and my staple guns in it. This is kind of the catch-all behind the curtain area of my shop, but again, I've got the exact same Sterilite boxes over here. The shelves have all been built to accept just a standard size shoebox here. The shoebox and the CD case are the exact same width, sideways. Keep it standard. Hooks. Again, when you're buying stuff in bulk, it just makes sense. Air fittings, hose clamp. I've made a very large effort to keep my shop organized and under control, but keep on hand what I need and what I use often, without clogging up the workspaces and taking up too much room. The key to keeping it under control is efficient storage.